Heidi ho! Hey Bernard! Hey John! SRV! And I think I already said hi to everybody else. Oh, Lee! Hi Lee! Missed you there. Hopefully sound check's good. Test, test, test. Somebody let me know. Test, test. Well, I know I just... Okay, thanks, John. I know I just came on. It wasn't time yet. 5 by 5. All right, all right, all right. I just had my DCC system go haywire. I cut power to the track and the trains kept going. It was an eye-opening experience. Now I have a couple other ways I can turn the power off, but I think I probably had a short. And everything became discombobulated. Although my PM42 should have checked it and not been an issue. Crap. Crap. For those of you that actually read the description of today, I haven't done any tips of the day or operations for a couple of weeks, and a couple reasons for that. No, I haven't taken a break. I've just been really busy, both on the layout and elsewhere. Okay, I think I got it all set back up. Let's see if it goes haywire again. Oh, wrong one. Now I lost the throttle. There it is. Hey, Jason! Man, I was waiting for you last week and waiting. I don't know if you had a chance to look at last week's live stream, but I now have 5 Wilson Icebox reefers, all different numbers. So we can do an exchange type thing like you did with John Arthur. I'm sure. I'll message you the numbers here in a minute. Dwight, hey, how you doing? Tip of the day, control. I have 2 tips of the day coming out. Maybe a couple weeks before they actually come out, though. One's on the Motorman, and the other's on what not to do in your paint booth. But I'll save those. They're both what not to do's, of course. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Well, that's encouraging. All right, all right. Still have one messed up. Okay, that train's running. And that train's running. Okay. For now, anyway, right? Oh, that's what the problem is. But the question is, where the hell did it come from? All right, it's a piece of fence. But where'd the piece of fence come from? The tool, or tool. Right, in case somebody knows, this is why I was having issues. And I can't figure out where it came from, because every place I've used that, it's still intact. Where the hell would that have come from? Huh. All right, I'm talking to myself. Talking to myself. Talking to myself. Ba-dum. All right. Where am I going here? Where am I going? Where am I going? Come on. Okay. Back. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Don't work on next week's Railfan video, Jason. Wait. I'm trying to write down. I am getting the road numbers for these cars. WCLX. I can almost type. All right, that's one. 4. I'll be right there, everybody. I'm just getting these road numbers for Jason. All right, I got 5. There's 4 of them. Where's the 5th? Oh, there it is. Okay. Jason, I've sent you the road numbers for the Wilson Icebox reefers that I got. DK2 Jake J7 plus. Oh, sorry to hear that, Anthony. Sorry to hear that. All right. Now, why'd the train stop? Oh, that's why. Duh. All right, we got trains running again. I'm still trying to figure out where that. Because it's pre-cut. I mean, there was no glue on it. So where the hell it came from, I have no idea. I'm going to change up some cameras. So I mentioned things going on. I haven't done any tips of the day or operation videos and so forth and so on. Being elected to the home HOA and ultimately the president of the HOA has kept me busy, but that's not why I haven't been doing videos. I have been working on the railroad. I've been working on the railroad, and I'm going to show you kind of what I've got done on my opening picture. I think it was this one. All right. Lakeshore Drive, and it's actually Columbus Avenue in Chicago, but nobody knows Columbus Avenue, so I call it Lakeshore Drive. Lakeshore Drive would actually be the other side of the fountain. Okay. But anyway, this is my representation of the Chicago Lake Shore. How's that? And that's Buckingham Fountain. And on the left is LSD Lakeshore Drive or Columbus Avenue, whichever you want to prefer, at night. And the right is the reverse direction during the daytime. So I've been working on that, cleaning it up and putting sidewalks in and static grass and ground foam and trees. And there's actually a couple building fronts for the Shed Aquarium and for the Adler Planetarium, for those of you that may be familiar with Chicago Lakeshore. And so I've been working on all that. I got my people in. I got some vehicles out there, and it's cleaned up and it looks pretty cool. So I'm real happy with it. And I just had a short occur again. Oh, that's be why I had it uncouple. And then crash. All right. I don't know why it uncoupled. Gotta love it on in January and August on the railroad. And why I say that is that's the two temperature extremes. And while I do have a portable air conditioning unit for out here, it still warms up quite a bit, which makes some things expand, others contract, even little bits on some of these joints where my walkthroughs and swing outs and all that kind of stuff are at. Makes it a challenge. Alrighty then. Okay. So anyway, that's Lakeshore Drive. I'll show you the two reverse angles. Right there. You can see Shed Aquarium, the front, the homemade front I made. Well, that didn't work so good. Why is there no water in the water feature? You mean the fountain? Hello, off the rails. There's water in it, actually. I just have, I had to truncate it. Let's go back to that scene. I had to truncate that fountain to make it fit right, okay? So that back wall of the fountain's missing. I got to paint that so that it looks right. But if you had a more downward look at the fountain, you would see the clear resin water in there. Green eggs and ham or spam. I love spam. A lot of people cringe. Hey, Vinny! How's my cousin Vinny doing? It leaked out, yeah. The scene isn't done. You can see where the sidewalk in front of the fountain is showing through, and so I got some touch up. I got to weather the street. I mean, I just put the trees in yesterday, and the people. So people. Yeah, the LSD family, Bernard. I'm going back and get caught up. Oh crap! I did it again. Sidewalk is made of foam. I sliced up some foam on my table saw to about an 1/8 inch. Now the idea is actually to put a layer of Smooth It on the road. All right. And come back and do that. I was just trying to get it looking decent because my son and daughter-in-law are coming on Sunday. So I wanted it, looking somewhat presentable. Not the, if anybody that follows knows that section over there is where like an extension of my workbench. So I've got it cleaned up a little bit and like I said, just trying to make it a little bit presentable. Hey, Mr. Jimbo's Trains. Oh, I just answered your question. I thought about making it out of masonite, but foam is actually a little easier to work with because the grass area is just one big thin piece of foam. Okay, and then I just masked off where the sidewalk was versus where the grass was. Applied the glue for the static grass and ground foam, and went ahead and did that. So yeah, it's amazing how much better trains run when they don't have to navigate a thing of tool fence material. Now, where the hell did I put it? Damn. Tell you what, it's going to end up somewhere again. I don't know where to do with it. That is not a good thing. Oh well. The surprise thing about today is I didn't get any mail calls. I was going to do a video, with me checking the mailbox, 7 times, and 7 scenes of me checking my mailbox, and putting my hands up saying, "Oh well," but I ran out of time. Go figure. Good deal, Jason. Mail's always a good thing. I can't believe it. Actually, my wife couldn't believe it. Actually, she was pretty happy. I am about to have another accident. All right, a train I can run for ages and ages and ages without any problems, all of a sudden is having uncoupling issues. Why is that? I need to check coupler height here. Jason, did you get my message? I sent you all 5 of my new WCLX cars. My problem is whenever I'm working on something like Lakeshore Drive, I start out just piddling around, and then next thing I know, I'm halfway done with it, and I haven't turned on the video camera. Wow, I just now got the message that I am live. 25 minutes later. Okay, I won't let you forget. I mean, I've got 3 Walthers, 1 Atlas, and 1, what was the first one? AccuRail, maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I got the 2-pack and a single. And the sad thing is the twin pack and a single I didn't think I got from the Walthers one. So I ended up on Caboose Stop Hobby. So I bid on the AccuRail or whatever it was, and ended up getting it. All right. Well, then I also ended up bidding on the Atlas one, and ended up getting it, but I didn't know I got it. So I got the AccuRail one first in the mail, and it was a month later before the other 4 showed up that I had no idea were coming. Carol called one day and said, I got a box for you. You want me to ship? And I said, sure. And she told me how much it was. I said, huh. Okay. It was a bunch of stuff I didn't think I won. But she had lost, is what it amounted to. She lost the box for a while. Watch, Jason. We'll end up not having any duplicates. So anyway, as I started to mention, no mail. None at all. I bet y'all are tired of looking at that fountain, aren't you? All right, I'm back. So no mail today. I got to do my rewiring project. Tell you what, let's do. Everybody seems to like the big overhead picture, so we'll try doing that. And just hang on a second, folks. All right. There we go. There, now I can move around. I came undone again at the same spot. It's got to be a coupler height issue. Got to be a coupler height. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Let's see if this solves the problem. It looks better anyway. So one challenge on Athearn passenger cars, on the truck mounted couplers, being plastic, they can warp or bend or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Hey Jared, how you doing, buddy? Well, off the rails, I can't wedge a piece of styrene in the box. There's no box to speak of. Nope. There's my daughter-in-law, which alrighty. Oh, there's the tool. Okay, good. It's not going to get wedged up inside of something while I'm not looking. Yeah, that'll work, Jason. I've got the red and gray washers, and yeah, I know that trick as well. Have adjusted a bunch of them that way. In this case, oh hell. In this case, I said I'd just flip the dome car around, and now it's actually uncoupling on the other side of the dome, which means that other side is the problem. And I got to find where the hell did it uncouple at? Because I don't see it. Well, We'll find it one way or another. There's only two places that aren't visible. And there it is. Sure, everybody likes my stylish shorts today. Actually, Jason, don't I want to add the washer to the one that's high, not low? Or put an offset KD on it. Well, how is that? No, putting a offset washer. Actually, on a truck mounted coupler, adding a washer isn't going to do anything. All it does is increase the body height. It does not do anything for the coupler height for a truck mounted coupler like these. But here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. Let me switch this camera. And we'll do some surgery live. Okay. So, here's the culprit. Right here. Bump, 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 bump. And there's a little bit of play in this thing. So somebody had mentioned you putting a little piece of styrene in the coupler box. Yeah, but what will work just as good, if not better, will be one or two red washers, KD red washers. Okay. So we get out the KD red washers. Ding, 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 ding. Now we can't put too many on or the clip won't go back on it. I'm going to start with one. Oh, crap. I dropped it and the washer. Alright, no, there's the washer. And I wish I could, I wish I had about 5 more sets of hands. I could actually show you doing. But I don't have 5 more sets of hands. So I can't show you what I'm doing. Alright. Okay, so I got the washer in there. Oop, wrong way. I'll get it right one of these years. Alright, so I got the washer in there. So now let's see how it lines up. Alrighty then. Yeah, we'll see if it fixes, whether it takes or not. Since I have a lot of grade changes, all right, where things go up or to go down, coupler height is a real stickler. Very low tolerances. And if you have couplers that droop, that becomes an issue as well. So, and that's what that one was doing. It was drooping a little bit. The box is at the right height. It was just drooping. Lee, I didn't post the link today because I'm not going to stay on for much longer than an hour because I got some more yard work and such to do. All right, here's the moment of truth, folks. Will it uncouple? Yay! We have some success. Oh. hopefully the week after next, I'm going to do that rewiring project I talked about last week, where I'm going to change the booster over to just running the auto reverse section of track and the turnout motors. And in that fashion, I won't have the change from power. I guess I can change back now from boosters. What? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm back live. Okay. It always stalls right there because this section's on the booster and that section's on the main. And for whatever reason, it pauses. Originally, I thought it was the auto reverse sensor, but the auto reverse sensor is actually on the center track. So I'm just going to put both the expansion main lines here and here. I'm going to switch them over to be on the same power supply as the rest of the layout, and then have the auto reversing, the yard, the Aurora yard, and all of the switch motors on the other one. That will balance out the load and hopefully do away with that pause that drives me bat guana crazy. Oh, cool. Very nice, Randall. So Randall, Anthony, you're iffy for 3:30 for your live stream. Well, so far the Union Pacific City of Los Angeles is doing well. Here I am holding the wrong cell phone. And the other thing is all the pause has gotten worse. It used to just do it on the locomotive and the last car, because the last car has some marker lights on it. But once I added lighting to all those bi-level cars, now it has a tendency to stop at every car or pause. All right. So hey, Lynn, how's Montana? Okay, you're still planning on it? All right. Gooder enough. So everybody take note, 3:30. And Anthony will be on unless he gets the call. Hey there. You know, I sent you the link at the very beginning, right, Jason?
Yeah, but I can't join when I'm at work.
I know.
So I have to wait till I go on lunch break.
I understand. I just told Lee I wasn't going to post the link because I wasn't going to be on much longer, but that's okay. We got about 15, 20 minutes maybe.
Okay. Well, I would have got you a train, but while I was sitting at Sonic waiting on my food, one just blew by. So it happens. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
So WCLX cars.
Yeah.
I think I recognize one of the numbers.
Okay.
I got one coming in today. I know it's not one that you listed. I got one in the other day, but it doesn't have Wilson and Company on the other side. It's got another company that they actually bought out.
Which was who?
Something dressed meat company. I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah, because I figure we could send dressed meat, or what in the food distribution industry we called swinging beef, out of my slaughterhouse down to your potted meat plant.
Yeah. So, I think it's Cornland Dressed Beef Company is what it is, but the reporting marks are WCLX. And so I actually got on Railroad Picture Archives and just looked up WCLX on the reefer cars, the Bites bunkers. And there's actually a picture of a WCLX car that is not orange, it's blue, and it's got another meat packing company's name on it.
Well, I've got two different colors. I've got kind of an orange, which are four of my cars are the orangish.
Yeah.
But I got one that's more yellowish, and I think that's the AccuRail car.
I've got two that are yellow, but they look like they were custom decaled.
Okay.
I bought them at the train show back in February in Northwest Arkansas.
Okay. Yeah, here's one of them. This is one of the Walther's cars. There. The Atlas car is back over to meat plant. The other Walther's cars on the ice platform.
So I've got one Mahano. I've got two that are custom decaled, so I don't know what they are.
Okay.
I've got one that's a 36-foot. It's Atlas. And then the rest of mine are all Walthers.
I'm trying to figure out which one of mine is the Atlas one, now that you mention it.
So my Atlas one, it looks like wood. It's a wooden reefer.
Is it yellow? Is it yellowish?
It's like a yellowish orange. It's not as orange as the steel ones.
Yeah, I think that's this one.
But I know Atlas made like 3 or 4 of them. I can barely see it.
I'll take it over to the bench. Change cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this one is far more detailed than the others.
Of course, they gave me no marinara. Glad I got a spare one. Yes, I have one of those, but I don't know if it's the same road number as the one you have.
Yeah, this is 9323.
It sounds very close.
Okay.
I'm
sure out of my 5 and all the ones you have, I'm sure we can get something going.
Well, I'm trying to get my stock up to like 16.
Oh, wow. Now, see, I can interline to either Rock Island or the Cotton Belt because the Burlington went down to St. Louis. So,
well, and here's another railroad that I just finished redesigning the bottom level of the layout. Mopac.
Again, yeah. Whatever on your end you want to use is open. It would leave the retirement railroad either on the Burlington or the Santa Fe. both of which could interline with whatever you have.
Yeah.
So
Because see the mop interchanged with the Cotton Belt in Pine Bluff, which is where I'm from. But the mop wasn't king there. They had a bigger yard up in North Little Rock, which is still, that's UP's yard in North Little Rock.
Right.
But the Cotton Belt came in existence because of Jay Gould. The Cotton Belt was originally the Texas and Southwestern Railway, which was all in Texas. And they had trackage rights up to St. Louis through the St. Louis Iron Mountain and Southern Railway, which was owned by Jay Gould, who also owned the Missouri Pacific and also owned the Texas and Pacific. And basically, he did not allow that railroad to have any more trackage rights. So they started buying up some of these smaller Arkansas railroads and was able to find a way to extend their route and parallel, the mop or the St. Louis Iron Mountain and Southern.
Okay.
So, cool. But there was but they had a branch that went from North Little Rock down to Tallulah, Louisiana, and it interchanged there at Pine Bluff.
Cool.
Not Tallulah, it's Monroe, Louisiana. Sorry, Monroe.
Oh yeah, Monroe.
Yeah.
Yep. Just right close to there's a place called, or is it by? I think it's between Monroe and Alexandra. There's Natchitoches.
Yes.
All right, and they have what's called the Natchitoches meat pie, and they are phenomenal. You know how the Hostess pies look, right? Whether it's cherry or apple or lemon, it looks like that without the sugar glazing, but it's stuffed with spiced meat, and they are so good. Every time we drive from here to Dallas, we try to find a place that has Natchitoches meat pies.
That's interesting.
Bernard wants us to do a Jack Link's jerky car. I don't think they were around during either of our eras, Bernard.
Okay, so are you going to do a full rap between yourselves, kind of like Roy Smith did? So, Bernard, if you remember, me and John Arthur did that as well.
Right.
And John kind of got me out of my comfort zone because when we were planning on doing the route, he had to throw a curveball in there. He wanted to go ahead and weather that boxcar of his. And I'm like, you son of a gun.
I remember
So,
that.
Of course, I had to weather mine.
Yours turned out well. You did a very nice light weathering, dusting to it, which reminds me of something, but go ahead.
Well, and the reason why I went light on it, because, we're modeling late 50s, right?
Right.
And he doesn't really have a year down per se. I think he was kind of saying 1960, but I'm 1958. And that car was built in 54, so it was only 4 years old.
Okay.
So that's kind of why I did I did a fade on it, did a little bit of a pin wash to give kind of some water streaks and stuff, and then gave it, a dusting on the bottom end.
Last week, I had my unboxing, my caboose stop unboxing, and I got a bunch of new cars, including the Wilson cars. And now where did I put the other one? Anyway, one was a real cheapo car, Tyco, and the other, if I can find the dang thing, I don't remember where I put it. Anyway, they're real plasticky, shiny and so forth. So I decided to break out the airbrush and do one myself because it was my first time doing it. And damn, if I can't find that other car, man, I weathered it so good it blends in with everything. Huh.
Well, I sent off a couple of cars to Weathering with AJ.
Uh-huh.
He's out in California. And he's doing one of mine and then doing a car that I just told him, hey, graffiti it up. Kind of keeping it as like it's going to go on the clean shelf. It's not going on the layout.
Yeah.
Because I like to try to help some of these other guys out, that do weathering. They're trying to make, a little bit of money so they can pay for the hobby as well. And so a kid like AJ, and then of course I will eventually get, my box car back from Tim because he's actually working on a couple of other pieces for me too.
I found it. Okay. So the first one, this stock car, those that were on last week can attest to how bright and shiny and I mean, it was terrible. All right. So anyway, I just
what railroad is that one?
This is the LNP and W, and then it says Laramie on it. So I'm presuming Laramie, Wyoming area. So like I said, I just used a first I used a matte dull coat, and then I just lightly went over it with the with some gray, just to kind of give it that dusting, dirty look to it. And then the other one may have gotten a little more out of hand with it, but I did the same process. It was a bell coat first, and then some dusting, and I went a little bit heavier along the bottoms. And I mean, it took me longer to, and on the ends, I hit them pretty good.
Now that's a single sheaf, right?
Yes.
Single sheaf wooden?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, them things would have looked rough.
Yeah, and again, it was build date was 49. I could have done more, but I was just for the first time, to take away. The whole purpose was to take away the shine.
Yeah.
And so it works. So, and the Tyco car, let's face it, Tyco cars are crap. So I had to weight them both. I put metal wheel sets and KD couplers on them. Now the Burlington box cars an AccuRail.
Hey, Randall.
So I was out this morning. One of the things about Florida, we house plants up north are outdoor plants here. All right, subtropical environment and so forth. But we don't typically have wooden fences down here because they rot. All right, so we have PVC fences. So
you could probably do a cedar fence.
Yeah, you probably could, but our homeowners association requires the PVC fence so that they all look the same, and there's little to no maintenance on the things.
Gotcha.
The pickets don't warp, the rails don't sag, and they stay looking better. The only thing you have to do is every 2-3 years you got to scrub them down because they get a mold to them. A moss and mold start growing on them. So that's what I've been doing. Was doing this morning in preparation.
I got some good news.
What's that?
I see a headlight off in the distance.
Oh, cool.
For those who don't know, where I'm sitting at, there is a slight bend in the tracks that way. Not towards Steve, but that way to me. So if I'm always looking that direction, it's because I'm looking to see if I see a headlight down the tracks or if I see the signals light up green.
It's bending towards Chicago.
Do what?
It's bending towards Chicago.
No, Little Rock.
Well, nobody would have known. You point at me, it's Chicago, okay?
So there's a slight bend in the tracks, and then it's straight for like 6-7 miles before it bends the other direction. And it's completely flat. So you can see the headlight in the distance when the train comes around that bend further down the tracks. So depending on which train it is, how fast it's going, depends on how many minutes do I have prepared or to get prepared to get my camera and stuff set up and whatnot. So for y'all, we will have a train today.
Cool. If I stay on. How long is it going to be?
I don't know. I don't even. Some construction equipment over in the area too. But no, it's so far away. It's just one. It looks like one light, so I can't tell if the light is above the cab, if it's on the nose, and I can't see the ditch lights. It's just one light.
Typically in flat ground, the horizon's 7-ish miles away. So, and traveling at what, 30, 40 miles an hour?
Here, track speed's 55. Priority is 70.
Yeah, but do they actually travel that fast?
Hey,
yeah. Joe Raider. Hello, John Linton.
If it's like intermodal, high priority intermodal, like the LAMN, which is the Los Angeles to Marion. For those who don't know, Marion is right outside of West Memphis, Arkansas, or Memphis, Tennessee. It's just on the other side of the river from Memphis. So pretty big intermodal train that comes through. It's normally pulling 4 or 5 locomotives on the point, no DPUs. So all right. Tripod is ready. It's on its last leg.
I say, don't put it on the roof.
No, that's one of my tripods on the last leg. Because when it fell off from
I remember.
Like, I mean, it just easily. No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, see how it just easily comes apart?
Yeah.
It does that on 1 and 2. So, like on a real windy day, no, I have to hold the tripod or it will fall apart. So now where I'm sitting at, I'm seeing the reflection of the light on the rails. I do not see a signal on number 1 main, so this is telling me that this one's coming on number 2.
Okay.
So number 1 is closest to me, number 2 is on the other side.
Man, I'm sitting right next to my portable AC unit, and my right half of me, my right arm is numb.
Hey, John Linton, and we got Joe Raider in the house as well, so welcome, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Time to go get set up. Now he's to the point to where I can see the difference between ditch light and headlight. So I'm just going to set the phone up real quick.
And that does not mean diddly to me, Randall. Z-Lac-Mem and Z-Zbdak.
All right, I'm sure y'all are tired of looking at the sky.
Yeah, I need to be on a rotisserie, don't I, OTR?
All right, go ahead and hit that button. All right, let's see if I can do this without screwing something up.
Now, when is Amanda's conference in Orlando?
Sometime in October, and I'm probably not going to be able to hear you. It's going to be really loud.
I know. I hear the horn.
But it's here.
I see it.
Looks like this is LA to MN.
And he's hauling ass. 4 units. Intermodal. Oh, zippity doo dah. Zippity day. Looks like Jason has great weather. But it's hot though.
All right, well,
And there he goes.
all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the Los Angeles to Marion intermodal. High priority.
Actually, it wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be.
So the train's actually longer coming out of Los Angeles.
But they dump off.
It'll have DPUs on it on the middle and the rear. And what they end up doing is they when it makes it to Dallas, they take the second half of the train off.
Okay.
And then
Makes
it
sense.
goes south. I don't know if it goes to like Galveston, Corpus Christi, if it goes to New Orleans, not sure. But
Probably
the front half of that LA to MN will go up to Marion, and then from there make its way over the river.
Now, will that second half that they take off, is that all destined for one location, or do they break that up into like going down to Houston and going up to Kansas City?
Yeah, the second half is all broken up and headed south.
South or multiple places?
Probably. I honestly don't know. I just know that
well, yeah, Kansas City and St. Louis may take the central route on the UP and go across Nebraska and then get broken down. So okay.
Yeah, you're talking the LA to MN is going mainly from LA to Dallas, and that's where it gets broken up.
Yeah, it's just the southern half of the country.
Yeah, I mean, think of it this way: you got two trains, and instead of having two different crews, what they end up doing is they'll have one crew pull this massive, lengthy train all the way to Dallas. They'll disconnect at the last intermodal before the front DPU, or in the middle of the train. They'll assign a crew to that train, and it will go wherever.
Right.
And then the front half of that train makes its way up to Marion. That's when they never have DPUs in the middle of that train, but you get like 4 or 5 locomotives on the front end.
Right. I've seen that when I had to go a Judge DeCoy show out in Tucson a couple years back, 3 years back, right before COVID. So 3 years back.
Yeah.
And that whole stretch going across New Mexico and Arizona, you'd see nothing but BNSF intermodals and Union Pacific intermodals. So I mean, huge, like you're talking about, huge, long trains. But of course, it's all desert, so it's not like they're blocking traffic
Right.
for long periods of time. At least not in too many places.
I mean, think about it this way. Typically, those trains that come out of LA, you've got 4 or 5 locomotives in the front, right? Then you typically have 2, maybe 3 DPUs in the middle, and then you'll have either 1 or 2 DPUs on the back end. And so that's where I'm saying, like, that's what they do. When they get to that first DPU, they cut off,
Right.
go ahead, and that train keeps going, and then, you know, not sure. Now, BNSF, they go a little further east than UP does, and that's because the Frisco owned trackage all the way down to Birmingham, Alabama.
Right.
From Memphis.
Right.
And that's why BNSF has a massive intermodal facility in Memphis.
Yeah, that was right. I was on one side of the tracks, and that intermodal office was on the other side of the track. So I could literally stand in our parking lot and look out and watch the rail operations.
And Dallas has a pretty big intermodal yard as well, from what I'm told.
Where's Dallas is at? I'm not sure. I mean, I lived in the Dallas area. I can't remember seeing, unless it's up north of Fort Worth, where that huge grain elevator is.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either. Anyway, now the one in Chicago's down in Hopkins on the southwest side.
Now, the Marion intermodal facility, I don't consider it huge. It doesn't have the big MyJacks like what the BNSF Memphis facility has. It has the smaller portable ones.
We'll see OTR. I'm sorry, Jason.
Oh, yeah. And so, like I said, Marion's is not that big in my opinion. I do know they do some offloading there and for the stuff in this area, and then the rest of it goes into Memphis. I don't know if it hits the BNSFs, or I think it's Norfolk Southern that's over in Memphis. CSX might be there too. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So, but I know BNSF is big in Memphis.
Yeah, I'm intimately familiar with the BNSF yard. So.
Randall would know a lot more on BNSF in Memphis than I would, because that's kind of.
He always sits in their lot, and his camera angle across the yard is, of course, you can't see my old distribution center because of all the freight car rolling stock in the way. His camera's actually pointed right at the facility I managed.
Now, sometimes I'll catch intermodal and it's only got like 2 locomotives on it. That tells me that those came from the Gulf.
Okay.
Whether they came up from New Orleans up to Texarkana and then up this way, like they're on their way to St. Louis or Memphis, depending on what happens at Bald Knob. That train there, when it gets to Bald Knob, it's going to take the Memphis Y and head over towards Memphis. But sometimes I'll catch intermodals that's got 2, or here lately it's been like catching mixed freights on the front half of the train and intermodal on the second half. Those typically go up towards St. Louis, Chicago, that direction.
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to cut it short, but I got to cut it short.
No, that's understandable. I've got maybe 5 more minutes, and I got to go back anyway. So
I've got to get things ship shape for my son and daughter-in-law. So, hey, I want to thank everybody. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Sorry, no mail calls, and I don't even have anything on order other than my box at Caboose Stop Hobbies, and who knows when Carol will call me to ship that. So, anyway, hey, y'all have a great weekend. See you later.
All right, take care, everyone.
Bye.